So what's up? How you doing today? We're gonna take a look at Tube from Phish and some improv ideas for the jam sections. We could dive into a lot of stuff with chords, but that could be like almost a whole nother video or make this really long. So we're gonna focus on just the scale choices that we can use here. And let's listen to a little example of me playing over the backing track over the first part, the main jam section, which sometimes Trey doesn't even solo in this. It's usually very keyboard heavy. Page rips a solo, but sometimes they'll go into one. So I'm gonna play over that, and I'm gonna break it down, and I'm gonna do the little outro bluesy section, then break that down, and I'm gonna practice backing track for everything I'm playing over at the end with the scale charts for you to try it yourself. But let's give it a listen. Let's check it out. So this part right here, it's basically just an A minor or an A minor 7 to a D7. Sometimes it's even just A minor, a lot of times just the keyboard solo, just A minor, and then I can sometimes hear it go from A minor to a D7. It's like a 2-5 they call, big thing in jazz. But it's like, Phish, it's always a little different. They could change keys drastically in the middle of it, and maybe they've never done that. So you always have to take everything they do with the jam stuff with a grain of salt and think about, just doing it in different ways. So we're gonna just focus on those two chords, but really just the scale that's going on there, and that's A Dorian. So whether it hangs in the A minor or it hits the D7, doesn't matter. The scale works over both those. And A Dorian, if you don't know what that is, it's the G major scale, but focused on the A note. So if you're going up, instead of that, it's starting here. But it's the same exact 7 notes, we're just focused on that. Another way to think of it is it's like the A minor scale, because it ends up giving a minor sound, but with a raised 6th instead of a flatted 6th. So you're going up the A minor scale instead of this one, which makes it sound more minor and dark. It has this note right here. You can play it here a little more easily. And that, if you don't know what this is, you gotta learn it, because if you like Phish, this is a huge part of the sound. They lean towards Dorian quite a bit, although they use all kinds of modes. They do wide kind of palette of scale sounds. So it's all A Dorian. So basically anything works there. So just try it out and come up with your own sounds and stuff. So on to the next part, and this is the real bluesy part. Let's give it a listen first of me just coming up with some licks over it, and then I'll break down what's going on. So this now goes to a slow kind of blues sound, and it goes over an F sharp minor. So it's a minor blues sound, and of course you can just use F sharp blues scale. Right here, you can do it anyway. So I think I'm in the example, I'm just gonna stick around here a little bit, but you could go way up here if you want to. You could use whatever any position. So I've got it mapped out for a whole octave up to here. You can just kind of continue it on. Same thing up here. And yeah, just toy around with that. And then when it goes up a whole step, so up 2 frets, it goes to a G sharp minor. And then same thing there. So this is a great little spot, like a little exercise in the blues of playing in one key and then just bumping it right up. And then you can just do a lot of the same stuff. And that's it. I just want to touch upon those 3 scale choices. So A Dorian for the main jam part, and then F sharp blues for that part there, and then the G sharp blues for the second half of that when it modulates up a whole step. And that's it. We could get into a lot of stuff with chords and arpeggios and techniques and things, but I want to keep this real simple, just touch upon the scale choices, especially if improv is new to you. Hopefully this will help kind of shed some light on these different sounds, and we'll give you the tools to come up with your own sounds. So try it with the backing track and mess around with it, have fun, and I'll see you in the next video.